actually doing a little bit of a hair tour of just hairstyles that I've worn over the years and what they are, just kind of to describe how I did them and what's going on. Like, is it a weave? Is it a wig? Is it braids? Is it faux locks? What's going on with my hair? Because a lot of people have asked, and somebody actually suggested I should make this video. So it's a little bit of a hair tour over a lot of different years of my life. So one of the things that some of the news articles has kind of focused on, of course, is my hair. There's been a lot of speculation about what hair I purchase, who does my hair and that kind of thing. In fact, early on, people were saying that I probably was paying $1,000 for these long blonde faux locks. So a little bit about the long blonde faux locks. I didn't actually pay $1,000 for them. Surprise, surprise. As it turns out, I do my own hair. So most of my styles I pay no more than $20 for, with the exception of one of my weave styles. So these are my long blonde faux locks tied up on top of my head, down, just like wearing them down. So a lot of the hairstyles I have, I wear in different ways. So it's the same hairstyle, just a different pattern of how I'm wearing it in that moment. So the long blonde faux locks, I actually take just regular Senegalese hair, braid hair, and extend it to the full length. And I actually twist together, braid together and twist together a few different colors. So a 613 and a 27 and kind of an ash blonde as well. And then I iron those strands between wet towels, like twist them and then iron them between like a folded over wet washcloth or wet towel. And then leave a little bit out on the end of the faux lock and then braid that in to my natural hair and then wrap the other half of that little end that's left out around and then seal it with a wet washcloth. I know that's a long explanation, but that's how I do them. So I make each faux lock by hand and then install them, of course, by hand. And there's actually a little bit of that process in the Netflix documentary, The Rachel Divide. It shows a little bit of my handmade faux lock style with these long blonde faux locks. So one time I actually used a number 4 hair, and so I had some brown faux locks, but this is the same basic style and same process, just a little bit different color of the hair. So now for what I kind of got branded with as my signature hairstyle is my curly bobbed weave, which sometimes was actually a curly bobbed weave and sometimes was actually a just curly wig. So I'll kind of show you which is which. So, and then some people were like comparing my nose to Meghan Markle's nose. And I mean, there's just been so many different comparisons and contrasts with different women who have similar hairstyles or facial features or whatever. So this is also like, by the way, I wrap my hair no matter what hairstyle I have. Sometimes I put a head wrap on and then people feel like I changed my hair, but it just is a head wrap. So, so this is a sew-in, and that particular hair is actually synthetic, and I got it on hairsisters.com, and I think it's a 4 and 27 blend. So anyways, like I said, a lot of people kind of just speculate about my hair. But so at first it was like, oh, that's an Afro wig. And in this picture, it actually is a wig, but I blended the edges. And then this picture, it is actually a weave. So it's just the same brand of hair, just worn differently. But it was discouraging and hurtful to be teased and mocked for my hair, especially when I do put in a lot of effort into, doing my own hair. And so I think that that's a pretty authentic process if you style your own hair, no matter what your style is. And hair at the end of the day is just confidence. I don't feel like people should be making fun of somebody else's hair because it's just, what makes you feel confident, I feel like should be what you wear. So my small box braids also have been kind of a focus for some people. I don't know why in this particular piece they compared, like this isn't even the same hairstyle, but, because she had like tiny faux locks. But anyway, they were saying that my box braids would have been like $650 to get done. And then there's a lot of speculation about how much money I must make, when in reality, the hair to do this style is like $3.99 a pack, and I use about 8 packs. So there you go. That's the cost of this hairstyle, but it is time. There is a lot of time, and as you can see, I do different colors. Sometimes I'll do a 4 and 30, sometimes a 4 and 27, but I kind of keep it typically, most of the time I keep it between the kind of brown and blonde range. And I think that some people also assumed, wrongfully, that I just started braiding my hair randomly one day when I was 30 or 40 years old. But I actually have been wearing box braids before they were even called box braids. This is me at 19 years old with box braids, back when they were called singles or individuals. But I like to do mine a little bit smaller now. I just feel like it's a little bit more of a grown-up style to wear them in the smaller braids, and it also doesn't put as much weight on my natural hair. So yeah, just different colors. Sometimes I also just use a brown, like a 4, or like I said, 430, 427, sometimes a 433. Look at Langston, he's so cute. He was sleeping on the airplane. This is a 27. That's the honey blonde type of color. So another style that I actually haven't worn in a long time, but that some people are like, what was that? When they see it, it's just kind of this is actually a quick weave. So what you do is you put a stocking cap on your head, and then you actually glue these little, the tracts of hair to that, and it makes a weave on that. It doesn't last more than about a month or so, but it's a super kind of spiky style, and I was doing a lot of CrossFit at that time, so I was trying to just have something up off my neck and easy to work out in. So one of the very best brands of hair I've ever used is Boho Exotic Studio hair, and I actually wouldn't have ever heard of this hair if it wasn't for all of the media attention. So the owner, Deanna Monique, contacted me and said, we'd like to sponsor your next curly style. And so she sent me some hair, and oh my God, I just fell in love with it. It's just amazing, just for quality, and also you can do so many different things with it. Like you can dye it, highlight it, and it lasts, literally this hair has lasted for years. So I've worn it with different colors. I've also cut it at different lengths, and I feel like it's just a very natural looking style. So, and also, as I said, sometimes I just wrap up my hair, but it's still the same hair that I'm wearing. So this is 2 bundles. I actually have, one bundle is the 6 millimeter and one bundle is the 8 millimeter. And then I dyed it, highlighted it, and then kind of did some different toners on it to make it, kind of get that ash blonde look. And then here I kind of added a red. I just play with the color, which is really fun because it's great quality human hair, so you can do that. And sometimes when I want to just let my hair rest from a weave, or let my edges rest, I'll just do I'll take the same bundles, the same tracks, and just sew it onto a crown piece or a cap piece, and then just wear it as a wig actually during the day, and then take it off at night and just kind of wash my hair, let my hair rest for a week or 2 or whatever, and then take the tracks back out and sew them on as a weave. So I did make the mistake one time of cutting it too short, and then I had to save up for another couple bundles the next, actually I bought one bundle on Black Friday one year and another bundle the next year on Black Friday, just to kind of restock my best hair. So yeah, definitely check them out. BohoExoticStudios.com is their website, or even on Instagram. So also from time to time, I've worn wigs, of course, like, a lot of people do in between styles or whatever. I really was kind of just really sad about getting teased so much. When I went on the reel, I tried really hard to kind of like still be true to who I am as far as my look, but also, have a style that was like less mockable or something, like, a little bit of a different curl pattern and stuff. So this is just a lace front wig unit. And, clearly no matter how I wear my hair, people are going to have their opinions. So I kind of just gave up trying to strike that balance between, like the black and white polarized sides of hair, and just do, again, like what makes me confident. But for that particular appearance, I did wear this unit. And again, I got this one also at hairsisters.com, just because they have really cheap units, like $29 or whatever. So it's not human hair, it's just a synthetic hair. So one style I never wear out in public is my natural hair, just because it's so frustrating to style. I don't know what to do with it. It's just a hot mess. But in between styles, I have taken pictures of my natural hair just to be transparent, since everybody thinks I'm, trying to hide something. This is actually me graduating at Howard, so that's what my hair looked like then. This was me doing sculpting in Idaho when we were there in North Idaho. So obviously you can't even recognize me because I've got like a whole face mask on, but I'm sculpting cement. So, and then a lot of people have assumed that when I wear straight units or wigs that it's actually my natural hair, but it's not. So this is another wig or crown or unit. They're called different things. I guess wig is just kind of like a little bit of a put down term for some people, and then other people don't care. So, but that's what that is. And yeah, I wore that little girl for a while, just on and off, usually in between braids or other things. And then I had, and again, that was at hairsisters.com, just cheap unit. This is another one, same place, same website, but a different color. So I was wearing this in 2015, earlier in the year. So I don't know, it just so happened that the whole news story hit in the middle of June in 2015, when I happened to be wearing my curly bobbed weave. If that whole thing would have happened at a different time, then I would have had different hair. So maybe it would have played out differently, and I would have been branded in a different way as far as my hair goes. So another take on the Boho Exotic Studios hair. When I first got that hair, actually, the 6mm and 8mm curl, I actually just wore it regular, just how it came. So it came in this color. And then from here, I actually dyed it, lightened it. And in the bleaching process, actually did kind of affect the texture. So you'll notice that in the lighter colors, it looks like it's a little bit looser curl pattern, because it kind of loosened up or relaxed the curl pattern just a little bit. I think probably just the chemicals of the bleaching process and dyeing process. But this is Langston's first birthday with the whole family. So this is another unit that I've worn that sometimes people are like, oh my God, that looks so much more natural on you. I'm like, yeah, it's just a wig, but thanks, I guess. I don't know. But it's kind of just simple. And here's another one that I have worn years ago, actually. I don't have this one anymore, but she was a good look for different modeling type things like hair and fashion shows. And then this unit I really like. It's a model brand, again, from hairsisters.com, but it's held up really well. I've had it for several years, and it's just kind of a nice look. It falls really nicely. It doesn't tangle too bad. And because it's synthetic hair, you don't really want to use product in it, because product doesn't help synthetic hair. And sometimes I'll pull my hair back and then people think I changed my hair, but it's really just the same hair. So this is also just another unit, just another wig that, again, some people say, oh, that looks so much more natural on you just because of all the stuff online and, again, racializing hair. But anyway, just sometimes I want a little simple style and I'll just throw on a unit for a change. You just got to always just do what works, you know, and keep life moving forward. So I haven't often worn Senegalese twists, but when I have, actually one time notably this picture kind of got sent around a lot in the press. So those were twists. And, you know, like I don't often do the darker hair, but sometimes I like that look. This is another wig unit that is darker as well. So, and then I always like going back to emphasize that the best hair is Boho Exotic Studios, just because it's something that you can really play with and dye and style and cut and trim and just wear for years and everything. So I've just fallen in love with this hair. I did not have this hair again before 2015, and I get teased a lot for my high forehead, you know, which honestly, Tyra Banks is my forehead icon because she has a 5 head. I have a 5 head. You know, who doesn't love a high forehead? It used to be a sign of nobility in Egypt, or royalty. So, you know, like, there you go. I embrace it, but I do also get a lot of hate for my forehead and people thinking that I've ripped my hair out because I braided my hair or something like that, which isn't true. I've been braiding my hair for 20 years, over 20 years, and you know, like, I still have hair and I still have the same high forehead. If you look back at any of my pictures when I was 12 or 16 or whatever that went around the news, I still have that high forehead before I was braiding it. So anyway, so I love my boho hair, but I also sometimes just do different things. Like, these are my shorter faux locks. So these are locks that are actually pre-made that I installed, and I did a YouTube tutorial for how I did this because it's a little bit easier because people can actually just buy the locks and then install them themselves instead of having to make each individual lock. But again, wearing these down or wearing them up or whatever kind of sometimes makes people feel like I changed my hair when it's really just the same hair, just a different picture, different angle, different style. Putting hair jewelry on the locks can change the look. And there are a lot of things that you can do to just kind of mix it up. Wearing it up with the goddess locks can make it look like you just have curly hair, you know, because the curls are on the ends. So, or just wearing like a head wrap or something with the locks too can kind of just switch up the look. So this is, again, that unit I talked about before, the model wig from hairsisters.com that I return to from time to time just because I like the colors of it. And it's a great way to just kind of let my hair rest in between my locks and weave. So I recently rocked this unit. And then, of course, right now, currently, I'm back to my best hair, which is that same hair that I've had for so long that I just kind of keep freshening up. And I cut it a little bit shorter this time, so I kind of have a bob style currently. So I hope that clears up any confusion or questions about my hair. And I hope you enjoyed all those, like, tons of pictures. Let me know what your favorite hairstyle is on me, and let me know what you like to wear for your hair, or if there are any other questions you have about how I do my hair, how I do other people's hair. Once again, just keep in mind, hair is confidence, and it's always important to feel confident when you step outside in whatever hair you're going to rock. So until next time.